welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, similarly, Fubara picture together with Nyesom Wike at the burial of Wike's uncle in Rivers State. The suspended governor of Rivers State, Similaye Fubara, has been pictured together with his predecessor Nyesom Wike at the burial of Wike's uncle at Rumu Ekpirikiom, Rivers State on Saturday. The Special Assistant on Communication and New Media to the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Larry Olayinka, made this known on his verified Facebook page on Saturday. Larry Olayinka stated on his verified Facebook page on Saturday, Minister of FCT Nyesom Wike, alongside the Governor Similaye Fubara and Speaker of House Rivers State House of Assembly Martin Samai Wule, at the burial of Wike's uncle in Rumu Ekpirikom, Rivers State today. The recent statement by the Special Assistant on Communication and New Media to the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Larry Olayinka, on his verified Facebook page has generated a lot of reactions from his fans and numerous followers on the social media platform. Of course, this is expected that people have to start talking because it seems as if the erstwhile enemies before are becoming friends and birds of a feather. And what does that mean? It means that as far as fight and war and turmoil is concerned, everything is going to an end. Everything is going to end very soon, and peace will soon be restored even into Rivers State. But be it as it may, of course, some of the signs that will be seen are the fact that these two people had to show in public that, of course, that peace is already returning even to Rivers State. But let's sit down and look at what are the takeaways from their fight. We've been able to realize that because of the fight between the two of them, the duo, that is Wike and Fubara, the state has run at a very slow pace and there are so many losses. And are there any gain? Well, we're yet to see, but at least we can pinpoint to some losses. For example, immediately there was bombing of pipeline or blowing of pipeline. That was a loss to River State, a loss to the economy of the country. That's number one. Number two, the dissolution of this, democratic institution is also another loss. Imagine so many contractors who have been hoping that they will be paid their money. Everything has to be on standstill since March. That's another loss. And number three, of course, as long as the contractors cannot be remunerated, there's no way development will continue. Everything will be at standstill, even within the state. Number four is another loss because we begin to see that there have been fights even within the rank and files of people in Rivers State. They have two factions, and a lot of elders were, disappointed even in what was happening between them. And a Wike had to pit himself against some of the so-called political elders and elder statesmen of the state, creating more enemy for themselves. Number five, we can see that they began to whip up ethnic sentiment, but thanks to the chairman of Obiakpor local government who decided to make sure such does not, come up at all because the judges are you know, beginning to flex muscle that the Obiakpor man, which is Wike, is not willing for their own son, the first Ijaw man, to rule, not to enjoy the place. And we can see that also a lot of other things are happening. Only God knows the number of lives that were lost. And not only that, we saw the wasteful spending of the wastage of the economy of the state resources. And for the governor to survive the impeachment, he had to take a bulldozer and pull down the House of Assembly of the state in order to fight his own battle. Look at also some of the travelings that the lawmakers had to make. It's a lot of resources, whether it is state resources or their private resources, resulting and amounting into wastage. Not only that, number seven, a lot of time lost. 3 months to 6 months, that's serious because the 6 month period will end in September, and here we are in June. At least about 4 months is gone, or 3 months is gone from March, and a lot of opportunities has also gone. I'm just thinking maybe if the democratic institution were still in place, more companies will have come in, more investment will have come in. But this time around, it wasn't so. These are losses for Rivers State, and to add salt into injury, the so-called administrator that was even put in place, they refuse to cooperate with them. At least we can see that the people are even against the government in question, who is in charge of their fate and their destiny, in quotes now, or maybe I should say whom God has at this point it has placed the prosperity and the progress of that state in his hand, and the people to which he came to serve decided to turn against him. Just imagine such situation. So we realize that what happened between Fubara and Wike, nobody in Rivers State will wish such thing to happen to his enemy. They wouldn't pray for such a thing to happen again in the history of that state. For two political gladiators, a predecessor and a successor, a particular, you know, godson and a godfather, having to separate because of unnecessary feud, and as a result of that, pulling back their destiny, pulling back the destiny of the state. Nobody is praying for such to happen again. Now, what are the take homes then from the feud? Number one, we have realized that a dialogue is the best solution to every situation. Fighting, war, or Cold War diplomacy will not work until you come to a round table. Very, very important. Instead of going through the bloodshed way or the hard way, it is better to do this simple way, the free way, and then resolve the matter. That's a good take home from the whole thing. Number two, those who are ardent supporter of both parties, now how are they going to relate? How are they going to realign? If by adventure they have lost people and they had casualties among them, what is going to happen now? Since the enmity could no more go further, and the two persons in concern are already reconciling. Here is Fubara, of course, attending Wike's uncle's burial, showing that there is no more problem, that everything has been, put in the right perspective. Number two, I think there is hope now that the state will return even to a democratic institution, and then things will begin to work accordingly. At least between now and September, the people of Rivers State can then give full opportunity to the state administrator, and allow him to set the stage even for the incoming democratically elected leader. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.